How you doing? It's Khoa here. In this video, I just want to share with you the importance of practicing in sales. So let's go. This week I was looking over my numbers and I was able to make about 50 phone calls. So I made about 50 phone calls. I tracked this all into an Excel spreadsheet. I made about 50 sales phone calls. Out of those 50, 44 people said no, so they declined. Obviously, you're going to get that. But 6 people said yes, and I was able to present the presentation to them. And out of the 6, I was able to get 1 sale, which was worth 60K. By looking at my conversion rate, my conversion rate this week was about 12.5%. So out of the 50 phone calls, 12.5% of people converted to a presentation, and out of that, I was able to get a client. So therefore, if I make 50 phone calls, I'll get a client. 12.5% conversion rate. So that's really good. By looking at the numbers, I realized that it's really important to practice in sales, because if you go out there, if you're making those phone calls, you might not see much progress in those phone calls. You might not see yourself getting better. You might not see yourself making any money or closing any deals, and that's normal. But the more you practice, the better you're going to get, because when you practice making those phone calls, you're going to sound more confident on the phone. You're going to sound a lot more authoritative. You're going to know what to say. You've been through many rejections. You know how to handle objections. You're not going to be the best yet, but you're going to get better. And that's just a common law. It's a law that I've been thinking about this recently, that in life there's some unbreakable laws. There's unbreakable laws in life that exist. We don't know why they're there, but they're there, such as the law of probability. The more things that you do, the probability that you're going to achieve a certain outcome. So if you go out there and you let's say you go to the gym every single day, what's the probability of you losing weight? If you go many occasions, the probability is high. But if you only go once, what's the probability of you losing weight? It's very low. So there's those certain laws. So I believe that there's the law of improvement. So what you practice a lot tends to be improved. So if you keep making these phone calls, it's just a common law that you're gonna get better. It's just, you can't get around it. So if you suck on the phone right now, if you suck on writing emails, if you suck on getting people on the phone and selling and all that stuff, don't worry about that, because if you practice more, you will improve. There is no change. There is no doubt about that. It's just a common law. So if you're focusing on becoming a better salesperson, which is great, it's a worthy goal, because becoming a great salesperson, you're going to make lots of money, you're going to improve your communication skills, you're going to be able to persuade people. There's a lot of benefits to becoming a great salesperson. If you dedicate your life to becoming the best salesperson as you can be, the law of improvement would definitely apply to you. You will get better 100%. You make those phone calls, you get better with every single phone call. It just requires that commitment. You just got to be committed to making those calls, sending those emails, getting rejected, and just getting up again and doing it all over again every single day. And you will get better. I promise you will get better. That being said, I just want to let you know that if you're going through a slump, a sales slump, just keep making those calls. Just keep getting out there, just making the calls, and you will get better. Like this week, I think it was on the Tuesday or Wednesday, I was like doing my usual cold calling. I was calling people and I was writing it. So every time I make a phone call, if someone answers, fantastic, I leave it, I speak to them. And on my Excel spreadsheet, I write down, okay, 1 call made, 1 person answered, and 1 person declined. So that's my statistic there. Make another phone call, I write it down. Make another phone call, write it down. So, and then I kept doing that, but there was no pitch meetings. I could not book any pitch meetings. I made 10 phone calls already and I haven't got anything. Commonly, if I make 10 phone calls, I'll get something, but it's already been nearly 2 hours and I've made nearly 10 phone calls and there's a 0 in my appointments being booked. And I'm thinking, what's going on, I tend to always get something, but what's going on? So I kept hitting the phones, nothing's happening. And then, but I know that you can't break these laws. You can't break the law of probability, because there is a chance if you keep hitting the phones, the numbers will play themselves out. I know that out of 10 phone calls, I'll get an appointment, and right now I'm not getting any appointments if I made 10 phone calls. But if I just keep going, as my Excel spreadsheet says, is the previous history, the more phone calls I make, the more probability I'm going to get an appointment. So So then I just kept hitting it. I just kept making phone calls. And then around 4:30 or 5 o'clock runs around. I make a phone call, and then out of the blue, this person, he's interested, and then I book the appointment. And it's just amazing. I'm looking at my Excel spreadsheet, and it's right at the end. Like, so you don't know when. It might be the first phone call you book the appointment, but it might be the right at the very last one that you make the phone call and then you book the appointment. So, and it's really weird. I don't understand it, but the numbers is everything. The law exists. If you make those phone calls, there is a probability that you will get something. There is no doubt about it. If you go fishing, you will catch something eventually. You will catch something. Doesn't matter how bad you are on the phone. If you're really crap on the phone, it will take you more phone calls to get someone to say yes. Someone will say, well, this guy sounds pretty bad on the phone, but maybe I'll be interested, you know? Like, people, and some people just don't care. Some people don't care how good you are on the phone. They just like say, they're already ready to buy. You know, they're already ready, but you've just somehow called them at the right time, and then they're interested now. So you don't know these things. And don't analyze too much before you make a phone call. Like, you don't know what's happening with these people. And when you're in that conversation, it's really amazing. The thing that I discovered is that when you're in the conversation with these people, it's really, they'll tell you stories, they'll tell you things that is really useful for you to sell your services. So just know that the law of improvement is there. You will get better with the amount of phone calls and sales calls that you make. And the law of probability is there as well. It's on your side. Those two laws are on your side. You will improve, and there will be a probability of you eventually closing a deal. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of the amount of phone calls that you make, and you will do it. Just have confidence in yourself. Have an Excel spreadsheet that tracks the amount of calls that you make. Do this for the next 30 days, and you're gonna see some numbers pop up. You will see the numbers, and that will give you so much confidence. You won't wake up anymore and think, oh, I hope I get a sale anymore. It's just like you wake up and say, how many phone calls do I need to make today? How many phone calls can I make today? I tend to make about 14 sales calls a day. I'm going to try and beat that number. I'm going to try and make 20 phone calls today, and I'm going to try and get 2 appointments today. You know, that's the mindset that tends to happen when you see a historical record of how many phone calls you make and how many of those phone calls convert it into a sale or an appointment. And then therefore you learn about the law of improvement and law of probability. So yeah, I really hope you got some value out of this video. It's really important to keep pushing, to keep practicing, to keep improving, to keep learning, and eventually you will close those deals, I promise you. So I hope you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I've got lots of great content on sales, marketing, personal finance, and more. I've got some more videos coming on your way. Hopefully I get to record these videos outside, but unfortunately I'm doing this inside my car. It's just the way it is at the moment. Sorry guys if you're watching this, but yeah, I'm trying to make it a bit more interesting. Hope you guys stay safe, get better at sales, and keep closing those deals. And remember, coffee is for closers. See ya.